Black Sheep, Unleash the Extraordinary, Awe-Inspiring, Undiscovered You by Brant Menswar is a guide to embracing one's true identity, anchored in the metaphor of being a black sheep, an animal with wool that can't be dyed or altered. Menswar uses this image to symbolize the unchangeable, unique qualities within each person, arguing that just as a black sheep's color is permanent, so too are the essential values that define each individual. By identifying and living according to these black sheep values, Menswar asserts that people can lead lives of deeper authenticity, purpose, and personal impact. In this extended summary, I'll break down Menswar's book into core themes, examining his approach to personal growth, values identification, and living authentically. We'll also look at the practical exercises he recommends for implementing these ideas, offering a comprehensive view of how the book guides readers toward a meaningful life. Chapter-by-chapter breakdown and key themes introduction. Why we need black sheep values. Menswar begins by explaining why he uses the term black sheep to describe core values. In his view, black sheep are unique in their immutability, a fitting metaphor for the core values that define our true selves. These values, he argues, are not influenced by societal trends, external expectations, or superficial desires. They are steadfast and irreplaceable. The book is aimed at helping readers identify these values, as they serve as the compass for a fulfilling life. Menswar introduces the concept that most people are disconnected from their true selves due to societal conditioning, fear of judgment, or the overwhelming noise of day-to-day obligations. He posits that discovering and honoring one's black sheep values is crucial for living a life that is genuinely satisfying and purpose-driven. Chapter 1. Discovering your core values. Menswar's process for discovering core values begins with self-exploration. He asks readers to identify 5 core values, which he calls non-negotiables or black sheep values. These are the values that resonate so deeply within us that they are non-negotiable aspects of our character, and they are central to decision-making and life direction. To identify these values, Menswar recommends introspection and journaling exercises. For example, he prompts readers to reflect on moments when they felt deeply aligned or fulfilled, which often reveal underlying values. By recalling experiences that triggered strong emotional responses, whether joy, anger, or pride, readers can unearth clues to their black sheep values. Menswar also suggests evaluating major life decisions and reflecting on whether they align with these core values, an exercise that often reveals if a person is living authentically or not. Chapter 2. The Power of Living by Your Values. This chapter focuses on the importance of living in accordance with identified values. Menswar argues that when people make choices that are disconnected from their black sheep values, they experience dissatisfaction, frustration, and a sense of disconnect. Conversely, choices made in harmony with these values foster fulfillment and resilience. Menswar introduces the concept of values-based decision-making, which involves consistently filtering one's decisions through the lens of core values. He shares anecdotes from his own life and the lives of others who made transformative changes by adhering to their black sheep values, illustrating how values-driven choices can improve relationships, career satisfaction, and overall well-being. Chapter 3. Recognizing and Overcoming Barriers. In this chapter, Menswar addresses the barriers that often prevent people from living authentically. Common barriers include fear of judgment, self-doubt, and the pressure to conform. He provides tools to help readers recognize these barriers in their own lives and outline strategies for overcoming them. For example, Menswar discusses the fear of judgment, which often arises when people try to align their lives with non-traditional or highly personal values. He encourages readers to find strength in their values, viewing them as anchors that keep them grounded when others misunderstand or question their choices. Additionally, he explains the importance of establishing a supportive community of individuals who respect and share similar values, as this can reinforce resilience in the face of external pressure. Chapter 4. Building a Values-Driven Life. Menswar dives into the practical application of living a values-driven life. He explains that aligning daily actions with core values requires both intention and discipline. To facilitate this alignment, he introduces practices like setting value-based goals, which serve as regular reminders of what truly matters. He also stresses the importance of habit formation, arguing that habits aligned with core values foster long-term fulfillment. For instance, if one's black sheep value is creativity, Menswar suggests building daily routines that nurture creative expression. By integrating core values into routine activities, readers can reinforce their commitment to these values and make them an active part of their lives. Chapter 5. Creating deep connections through values relationships are a key theme in Black Sheep, and Menswar argues that knowing one's values is essential for forming genuine, meaningful connections. He explains that relationships built on shared values tend to be stronger and more resilient, as there is a natural alignment in priorities and beliefs. Menswar provides guidance on how to communicate one's values to others in a way that fosters understanding and respect. He also advises readers to seek out relationships where their black sheep values are honored and reciprocated, as this enhances the quality of interactions and creates an environment where authenticity can flourish. Chapter 6. Staying true in the face of adversity. Adversity often tests our commitment to our core values. Menswar discusses how people can remain true to themselves during challenging times by leaning on their black sheep values. He draws on his own experiences and shares stories of individuals who have faced hardship but stayed true to their values, illustrating how authenticity can be a source of strength and resilience. He offers techniques for grounding oneself in core values during moments of stress or crisis, such as meditation, journaling, and seeking support from like-minded individuals. By focusing on core values rather than external pressures or short-term setbacks, Menswar suggests that readers can navigate adversity with integrity and maintain a sense of purpose. Chapter 7. Embracing change and growth. Menswar emphasizes that while core values remain constant, the way we express them may change as we grow. This chapter explores the concept of growth as an evolution of one's authentic self rather than a departure from it. He encourages readers to continuously evaluate how their black sheep values manifest in their lives and to be open to new ways of expressing these values. For example, someone whose value is service may shift from a career in healthcare to education, still honoring the value but in a new context. Menswar argues that by remaining flexible in the expression of our values, we allow ourselves to grow without compromising our integrity. Chapter 8. The legacy of a values-driven life. The final chapter of Black Sheep focuses on the legacy of living authentically. Menswar suggests that a values-driven life creates a lasting impact, both in the lives of others and in one's own personal fulfillment. He encourages readers to think about how they want to be remembered and what values they hope to pass on to future generations. Menswar closes by affirming that the journey toward authenticity is lifelong. He reminds readers that by staying true to their black sheep values, they not only enrich their own lives but also inspire others to embrace their unique identity. Practical exercises and application. Menswar includes exercises throughout the book to help readers internalize the concepts he discusses. These exercises range from journaling prompts to practical activities like goal setting based on core values. Here are some of the key exercises. Value identification exercise. Menswar encourages readers to write down their top 5 values and reflect on why each one is significant. He suggests using personal stories and emotions tied to these values as a way to clarify their importance. Values-based goal setting. Readers are asked to set goals that align with their core values. For example, if one of their values is adventure, they might set a goal to travel to a new country each year. Self-reflection questions. After significant decisions, Menswar recommends reflecting on how well those choices aligned with core values. This reinforces the practice of values-based decision-making. Relationship audit. This exercise involves evaluating one's relationships to identify those that align with one's core values. Menswar suggests fostering closer connections with people who respect and reflect similar values. Daily rituals for reinforcing values. Finally, Menswar emphasizes the importance of daily habits that align with values. Readers are encouraged to design rituals that honor their black sheep values, creating a consistent practice of authenticity. Conclusion. A life anchored in black sheep values. Black Sheep offers a roadmap for discovering, embracing, and living by one's true values. Menswar's approach is both inspirational and practical, with a strong emphasis on real-world application. He suggests that authenticity is not only a path to personal fulfillment, but also a way to make a positive impact on others. By living in alignment with Black Sheep values, individuals can create lives of deeper purpose, resilience, and joy, ultimately leaving a legacy that reflects their truest selves. The book resonates with anyone seeking clarity, direction, and a greater sense of meaning. By exploring the unique, non-negotiables that define us, Menswar argues, we can unlock a life that is both extraordinary and deeply satisfying. Black Sheep invites readers to honor the values that make them unique, guiding them toward a more authentic and fulfilling life.